As one of the first games revealed for the current generation of consoles, the original Watch Dogs had trouble living up to expectations. While it's not a bad game by any means, players wanted something revolutionary, and many were eager to list their grievances. Watch Dogs 2 keeps much of the original's core, but it's clear that Ubisoft listened closely to criticism, improving on what works, and crafting a game with a more distinct sense of identity. The most prominent change is in the game's look and attitude. You play as Marcus Holloway as he joins the colorful hacker group DedSec, who spread their message through graffiti and distorted videos full of skulls and eyeballs. In contrast with Aiden Pierce's brooding hunt for revenge, DedSec is a jovial band of Robin Hoods playing pranks on ATM customers, redirecting money from the rich to charity, and cracking jokes while exposing the shady practices of San Francisco tech companies. While the team comes across as caricatures at first, over time the story builds a sense of teamwork and camaraderie. And there are small moments that provide a window into the more human aspects of these characters as well. Marcus himself seems like such a friendly and personable guy that it's hard to reconcile the idea of him pulling out guns to shoot his way through a scenario, which subtly supports our decision to take a mostly non-lethal approach in our playthrough. If you want to play nice, Marcus also carries a stun gun with unlimited ammo, but no matter what, you'll want to stay behind cover as he won't absorb gunfire for long. All you need is a line of sight to hack many objects, and making use of security cameras allows you to tag enemies, set traps, and gain access keys, even if Marcus himself is on the other side of a building. Other objectives require physical interactions, but Marcus can even access many of these remotely by using a small RC car that can slip through vents and sneak more easily past guards. An upgrade also lets you use it as a diversion, taunting and yelling obscenities to attract attention away from Marcus. Once you gain access to the drone, you get even more freedom to scout areas, and both the drone and RC car can be equipped to drop immobilizing or explosive devices. One of our favorite new skills is the ability to target an enemy and send a false criminal report to the cops. It's fun just to watch as the police arrest a guard and cart him away, leaving his patrol wide open for you to exploit. You can also hack vehicles to move them remotely, allowing you to create confusion or wreck other players, or you can simply bring a boat across the river for you to hop in. Then there are mass hacks with widespread effects. You can clear an entire highway worth of traffic out of your way, or if you get cornered in a shootout, you can disrupt enemy comms, sending screeching noises to their ears long enough to make a break for it and run away. The network hacking puzzles return, but rather than being stuck in a virtual space, the branching paths sprawl across the environment, covering rooms and buildings, at times requiring the drone to see every angle. The new approach fits in much better, connecting your puzzles more clearly to what you're trying to access, and they never feel repetitive or overdone.
You've got a weird relationship with technology, you know that, right?
DedSec's biggest target is the Bloom Company and the CTOS systems that link electronics throughout the city, enabling the hackers to access mobile phones, forklifts, and other devices. To crack the company's biggest secrets and expose them, DedSec relies on distributed computing from followers downloading their app. As DedSec gains followers, you earn more research points, giving Marcus access to new skills. Because of this mechanic, nothing you do in the open world feels completely irrelevant. Doing side missions, participating in sailboat races, and even snapping selfies all nets you more followers, thus strengthening your position against Bloom. The main story missions benefit from memorable level designs and diverse targets. Early on, you steal an AI-driven car from the set of an action movie. You'll break a celebrity captive out of a religious Reformation camp, discreetly infiltrate a colorful Silicon Valley HQ complete with slides, and later sneak onto a ship to destroy crates of cocaine. There are a lot of great spaces to explore, and each mission gives you more insight into your own team, as well as the minds running Bloom. Side quests vary in length, but still have bits of story to set them up, expanding the range of crooked companies for you to unmask. There are a few repetitive missions that overstay their welcome though, like crisscrossing the city multiple times, tagging high points with DedSec graffiti. The open world is a big structural departure from the first game and many other Ubisoft titles. Mainly, there's no longer a series of towers or similar devices that sprinkle objectives across the map. You only reveal collectibles and side missions by walking or driving nearby. The value of each collectible is also immediately clear, including bags of cash, pieces of clothing, additional research points, and key data needed to unlock specific skills. Getting to these items isn't as simple as just walking to that point on the map either. Since your climbing abilities are somewhat limited, you'll often have to figure out how to access rooftops where they tend to be hidden. Sometimes you'll need to use lifts or massive cranes to get you higher, and sometimes you'll need to use your RC car to go through vents and interact with terminals to unlock doors. Despite the fact that you have to do more work to get them, picking up collectibles doesn't feel as much like a chore because the process of solving each miniature level feels worthwhile. It doesn't hurt that San Francisco is recreated beautifully, from its famous bridges to Sutro Tower to Alcatraz. Vehicles vary throughout the different areas, and pedestrians can often be found having conversations or interacting in unexpected ways. At one point, we stopped to have fun in a dance circle, only for it to quickly erupt into a fist fight. In another moment, we took a quick tourist photo, accidentally infuriating a lady who clearly didn't want her picture taken.
You're a champion douchebag. Gold medal.
Marcus can also fit whichever style you please, as clothing shops offer a wide variety of options that don't look half bad, and mission rewards frequently include new attire. There are even tourist booths around the city selling t-shirts based on local attractions. One area that hinders the exploration, though, is the game's climbing controls. There's no jump button for Marcus. You simply hold the right trigger to climb over obstacles and hop across gaps. If you're trying to figure out the right way to go, you can find yourself in frustrating spots where Marcus simply walks into a wall or drops off a lift rather than hopping a fence. There just seems to be no predictable way to judge what he will or won't climb over. Driving has also changed drastically, and the results are up for debate, as we had no problem with driving in the original game. Now, cars feel somewhat detached and on autopilot, lacking physics that feel natural. Over time, we managed to adapt, so let preference guide you. Motorcycles are still the best, though.
Let's see what we got.
Another sticking point is the game's seamless online functionality, which had to be disabled for launch. We played for a bit before it was turned off, and it's not too different from the first Watch Dogs. Players can invade the game without your knowledge and begin stealing your data, initiating a tricky round of hide and seek. There's a sense of thrill every time, since you can be hacked whenever you're not in a main story mission. Likewise, bounty hunts cross your path, with players fleeing the law, giving you the option to join the chase and take them down. Unfortunately, in the days just before release, the multiplayer created severe performance issues that persisted even in single player until we reset the game. So at the time of writing, this key feature has been taken offline until further notice. You can, however, still invite friends to online co-op sessions. With two players trying to stay out of sight, one of you is bound to trip up, and things devolve more quickly into shootouts. However, we got through several of these missions without much trouble, and we soon got our fill and parted ways. At least there's car surfing. By shifting the tone and putting the emphasis on your hacker tools rather than guns, Watch Dogs 2 feels like a more fun and more thoughtful game, without losing the ability to create mayhem when the itch strikes. The controls can be an obstacle at times, and it's a shame that it's missing online features at launch, but it gives you a lot of room to experiment and play with your options. Easy Allies reviews are made possible by generous viewers just like you. If you like what you see, check out patreon.com/easyallies to see our other videos and consider becoming a patron to help us make more.